Loser will face the Raytown Lady Blue Jays. Tip goes to St. Pius. St. Pius, a 10th out of Festus. Is this flavor of St. Pius? There's a couple of them in Missouri. Very lovely area where they're from. Block on the shot. That was Grosvenor with the defense. Tigers' first chance on offense. Grosvenor to Grosvenor. 3-point shot. Assist Grosvenor. That was Riley to Reagan with the assist from Riley. St. Pius for 2. Basket turnaround jumper is good. Blankenship with the basket. Grosvenor passes off. Barkley, basket is good. 2 points for the Lady Tigers. So each Grosvenor has an assist. And passing on to the next player there, we'll see if Barkley gets an assist on this. By the position she plays, I'm not sure how many assists she's going to pick up here, but it'll be an interesting little circle if they can happen. Traveling, nope, foul. This is on number 4. It's going to be Liederman's first foul. It's our first foul of the ball game here. Inbound back to the Tigers. Grosvenor top of the key. Inside to Grosvenor. Spin move. Grosvenor, basket is good. That is 5 points for Riley. Blankenship no good on the shot. Rebound. Tigers. Grosvenor passes it, baseline drive, no good. Lady Lancers going the other direction here, coast to coast. She'll clear it out. St. Pius will reset. 3-point shot. That is good. That is Blankenship. 5 points for her in this ball game. Thank you for joining us here. We want to thank some of our sponsors for this holiday tournament coverage here. Rolla Holiday Tournament. I want to thank Security Bank of Pulaski County. Also want to thank our friends at Country Financial for helping to make all these other holiday games appear on your schedule here, and very thankful for that. Shelton Welding for the Dixon Lady Bulldogs coverage, and everyone else who has helped out to make games possible here. That 3 no good. Offensive rebound also no good. Grosvenor with the rebound. She'll kick it over to Grosvenor. Underneath to Barkley. Barkley can't get the ball. Gives the ball back to the Lady Lancers. Waynesville leads by 2. Chance to tie it. Tipped out of bounds. Ball will remain Lady Tiger basketball. I'm noticing the media coverage here of these tournaments is slowly shrinking. Used to be radio about every ball game here. Mexico, I thought, had a radio station last year. They didn't have one this year, but maybe they'll be here tomorrow. Looking at a wrap-up of some of our games from earlier. But we'll take a timeout, then we'll talk about a wrap-up from out of the timeout. It is Waynesville basketball. Grosvenor loses the ball. Back to the Lancers. Shot is... Basket is going to be good. Rubel with the second effort on that. And another turnover. Back again to St. Pius. 3-point shot. No good. Offensive rebound. Basket good once again for the Lady Lancers. So, 7-5 lead has turned into a 9-7 deficit here for Waynesville. So if you need some car work done, need some gas, check out Route 66 downtown gas station. Been there for a long time. Don't know exactly the number of years, but the old Schultz gas station downtown. Be sure to check them out. Tigers baseline drive, shot up, it is good. 2-point shot for Grosvenor on that baseline drive. Reagan with 7 now in the ball game. Riley has yet to score. But she has done more with assists. Speaking of assists, there's a 3-point basket. Blankenship picks up the 3. She has 10 points in the game. 2-point shot, Grosvenor. There's 10 for her in this ball game. 3 for the Lady Lancers, no good. Rebound Barkley. Ball be cleared out. Tiger basketball, 2.5 minutes to go roughly. No good. Someone sent me a text message with my name spelled wrong. How dare they spell my name wrong? I still know a certain football coach who spells it wrong every time. Three-point shot, no good. Lady Lancers come away with it. Is Gass with that last rebound. McNeil throws it inside. Blankenship no good. Barkley with the rebound. Three for the Tigers. That is good. That is Reagan Grosvenor. That is Riley Grosvenor. Her first points of the game here. Tigers take a lead now after tying it up. Last touched by the Tigers. So far, these Lady Tigers here having a very competitive ball game here. Jim, the air conditioner is not on, but I don't know if it knows what to do when it's this temperature in December. 2-point basket off the inbounds is good for Gass. 1-point ball game. Tigers with the lead right now. Tigers in the black. St. Pius in the white and blue. We're going to take a... Nope, we're not taking timeout. We're just substituting a lot of people. Mostly for St. Pius. The Tigers bench is, well, they're a little thin. I accept your apology. Sure, I've never had autocorrect change a word before. We're going to have a travel. Turnover back to the Lady Tigers. Good move inside by Abigail Rowe, but Rowe not able to keep her feet as she got inside. Imagine she was hoping for the contact, but Tigers backed off. Take a look here tomorrow at what our schedule is going to be. We'll talk about it anyway. It is the winner of this game, or the loser of this game here, will be playing Raytown out of Kansas City. That game at 2:30. And then the next game will be a boys game, be the Rolla JV Bulldogs. They'll be facing St. Pius boys, who lost his previous ball game. That game about 4 o'clock. At 5:30, Hazelwood East and Fox will battle it out, opposite sides of St. Louis. And then we'll have the to be determined versus Waynesville. That we'll see how the Rolla boys game goes on that. And with the end of the first period here, it is 17-14, Tigers on top. Second quarter action here coming out. We are hoping, I think we'll have an interview with the Webb City Lady Cardinals coach. They picked up a victory earlier today over Fox. We'll also have some game in Webb City later this year. I believe it's a girls game down there. Taking the long trip down to the Oklahoma border area. Very pretty area of Missouri going down that way. And depending on what the football gods give us, whether we're going to Joplin or Webb City. So awesome environment to play either one of them, especially Webb City, if you have never been down there. Four points. That is gas. Two-point shot. It is no good. None of the Tigers can come up with it there. There is a couple of them around that ball, but St. Pius gets the ball. Three-point shot, gas again. And she is not empty yet. That is 19-17. Lady Lancers on top right now. And earlier, the huddle camera, well, it did what huddle cameras do. Three-point shot. Big bucket. Hisataki with the three. So, I am doing this by hand here. I guess saving you from the death by huddle camera. Gas again for three. 10 points for her in the ball game. Two Lady Lancers with 10 points. Ball is stolen and then re-stolen by the Lady Tigers. Grosvenor will come away with it. This is our final game of the night here. Two-point shot. That is off, but offensive rebound. Can't get the bucket. Attempt number 3, no good. Barkley comes away with the ball. So Elena Barkley, big play on that. Three-point shot. Basket is good. Riley Grosvenor. I think that's Riley. That is Reagan Grosvenor, by the way. We're just going to call him Grosvenor from now on. But, truth be told, both Grosvenors doing a great job out here. Baseline drive, St. Pius. Shot up. McNeil, basket is good. Also, both Grosvenors very competitive at soccer and softball. I believe one is going to play basketball and then another one is going to play softball down in Springfield area in college. So we're going to see them around for a little while longer here. Quite a few Waynesville Lady Tigers going on to play athletics that played on the softball team. Thanks to the help, at least, from Coach Malbach there. She's been around for many years. She came in with the first replacement football coach, as we call it there, and she has hung around since then. She must like it at Waynesville. She had a very good softball team this year, going 500 there roughly, and last year improved also. New conference, a little bit tough on that, but making things starting to adjust a little bit here, and the competition makes you better. Fortunately, the district opponents you get matched up with, well, that's not much your choice. 3-point shot, no good. Lancers with the miss, ball on the ground. Hisatake comes away with it. Pushes the ball forward, 34. That is Lurcher with the 2-point basket. First time calling her name tonight. 25-24. We are halfway through this quarter. And so far, it has been a very tough ball game. Neither team has given up yet or taken a lead. Gass knocked the ball out of bounds. Hisatake. With the inbounds again. And now we're ready to inbound the ball here. I'm readjusting myself. There's Grosswiener driving to the basket. She'll pass it off. 2-point shot is no good. Out of bounds off of the Lady Lancers. Got plenty more basketball planned after this. We have maybe Kabul, or the Kabul tournament for the boys. Depends on where Plato and some of the other schools fall in that I follow. We'll go cover some of them. And then and then the conclusion, we won't have those games, but they'll be on Mountain Grove Panthers. I believe Mountain Grove Huddle there if you want to watch them on Misha TV or Huddle Fan. Dixon Lady Bulldogs in the winning bracket of that, along with the Licking Lady Wildcats. They did lose to Dixon. They're fighting for 5th place. Foul on Waynesville. First foul on Sarah Ketchum, a junior for this Tigers team. And again, I want to give a big thanks to Security Bank for making everything possible here this season, including plenty more basketball, a lot of baseball, soccer, you name it, and the Dixon School District for making their games also possible to provide coverage. And all the Dixon sponsors in between. There is quite a few of them. Basket good. That is that not Barkley? Nope, that was Ketchum. Three-point shot. That one off target. That is saved, but nope, it is tipped into the hands of St. Pius. St. Pius underneath. Three-point shot, no good. Foul away from the ball on the Tigers. Foul on Lauren Lurcher. She is a senior. She is the 3rd tallest on the team at 5'8". Got 3 5'10" girls on here, both Grosswiener girls and Hall. So a good rebounding core here when they go out, as we've seen in this ball game. Tigers can't get the basket. They're still up by 4. Minute and a half remain in the first half. The male Tigers team there, that basket is good. That cuts this to a 1-point difference. 3-point shot is that green line inside there. They fell by, I believe it was 4 earlier to Warrensburg in a battle of the Tigers. So they will play here tomorrow. And mass substitutions here for St. Pius. A little bit of squad change coming in. 1:04 remains in the contest here, the first half of the contest. Coach Dendecker, by the way, is the coach tonight. Coach Snicker is, I heard, not feeling the best, so we want to wish him a speedy recovery here and get him all medicated up so he can be back here later this week. Also, if you're traveling for the holidays, be safe. Let's see what we got for some Bulldog basketball action. Bulldogs facing Fox, and, well, it's all Bulldogs. It is 40-12 in the second quarter. Still 29-28 here. We've had all blowouts today. This is our closest game we have had. But we're going to go into halftime here. It is. And we are back here again. We have the Webb City coach up here joining us. And, Coach, you made the long trip up here. You picked up a victory earlier today against Fox.
Yeah, it was about a 2-hour, 45-minute trip, all highway, but it was good. We thought this would be a great opportunity to play some teams that we typically don't see. So,
and that was a matchup that you probably would never see because both teams are touching two different states on the opposite ends of Missouri.
It's a good way to think about it. I knew where Fox was, but I had a lot out of my parents that didn't have a clue, and my girls really didn't know where it was. So. To get an opportunity to play a different style and someone else that we probably will never ever see again, it was good for our program.
Now this is the second year that it's the end of the second year that Waynesville have been the COC, but this year the Lady Tigers will be heading down to Webb City this year, and last year he came up to Waynesville here, made that almost the same distance trip, basically, up here to Rolla.
And that was a makeup game. If you remember, our original date got snowed out, so we come a couple weeks later, and we came down on a Tuesday, which was made for a longer week. But yeah, so we had an opportunity to make that drive, and on the way home, it's always a good thing because we can stop at Buc-ee's, and our kids really love that. So it's a twofer on that.
Well, that is always a mandatory stop on the way down there to any time in Springfield, which. Pretty much every game, a road game, is in Springfield or somewhere in that region down there. But so coming in this year, how's the team looking here? And you play some different opponents that the schools out this way really won't see. So
we played in a tournament before this in the drop-in tournament, and we got to play Blue Springs South. We played Blue Valley West out of Overland Park, Kansas, and we played Farmington, Arkansas, which is a 3-time defending state champion in Arkansas. went to Pittsburgh, Kansas, went to Rogers Heritage, Arkansas. So we've kind of played a lot of teams that border us right now. We've only actually played 2 teams in state. So so we're off to a fairly good start. We're 6-2 right now. So we've had some success, but we're still in year 2 of what we're trying to build there. It's my 2nd year, and our girls have bought in. So it's a learning process, but we're heading in the right direction.
Now, a lot of your opponents, I'm sure you're familiar with Joplin. All the girls are, because Joplin's, well, it's literally right there.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm sure some people live right on the border between the 2 schools and know each other well. Very similar to up here. Kind of Waynesville, Rolla is similar. They're separated further, but they're intermixed. But a lot of the smaller schools up here are like that, where like they intermix borders and
yep, all those first go league schools at times can intermix at least one border, if not a couple. So
yep.
We have us and Joplin, of course, are right there on the range line, and then just 4 miles down from us is Carl Junction. Inside the Joplin city limits, like you have New Heights, which is a private school, and you have Macaulay Catholic, which is a private school. Just up the road 10 miles, you got Carthage, and down I-49 towards Arkansas, you've got Neosho. So we have quite a few schools in a relatively small area right there.
So a lot of your conference opponents are within a reasonable distance,
yes.
where you don't have to travel too far out of the way, with the exception of going to Springfield or coming up to Lebanon or Waynesville.
We opened the year on Thanksgiving week coming up to Lebanon, but we didn't have school that day, so we kind of got to break it up. But yeah, that was our long, like, day trip, I guess you could call it, like for the season. So we are lucky enough to be put up tonight and tomorrow night by the tournament, so we don't have to make that drive back. So it's a nice feeling.
Now, how do you like the Lebanon gym going into that? Because that, for a gym built in the 1980s, that is an amazing facility.
Yes, and they've done a great job over the years in renovating that and putting some new stuff on it. And the decals, I remember that gym originally in like the mid-90s. I watched games in that gym, and then at a couple schools I've been at in the past, I've got to play on that gym floor, coach on that gym floor. So I knew a little bit of the nostalgia going in for our girls and most of our assistant coaches. It was their first time going to the gym, so they like that.
Well, the amazing thing is this facility here was built, I believe, in the late 60s or early 70s, and you would never guess it that this is this old.
I went to school just down the road, so I'm old enough to have had my project graduation in this building, in the pool, and played a lot of pickup games here in college, and I've got to see some really good teams go through here, guys and girls. But yeah, and to see this place packed, it's an amazing place.
Well, the men's team coming off, I believe, a regional appearance, they made it to the championship tournament, and I think they lost in the regional, but they made it to the final 8 or 16 out of that. And
Missouri and Southern in our town, they come down and they play at times, and mix it up. So I've had some players play at Southern that's come down and played here, and Gail Bowman, so they've enjoyed that experience.
Yep. So, Coach, who do you play? Let's see, next week you will play...
We go to Nixa.
Tomorrow. You'll play Rolla.
We'll play Rolla.
So Rolla coming off a very big victory today, and a very solid team, a young team, but another very good team.
Oh yeah, I've got to see in Charlie's group play for a few years now, and this year is very talented and very, very young. So I got to see them play last week, I guess it was, against Nixa, and they had a great come from behind win. Kept fighting until the very end and came up with enough of the right plays, but his kids play really, really hard, and they're very skilled offensively, so it'll be a great game for us.
All right, Coach, appreciate it, and we will try to talk to you a little bit later here. If you swing by tomorrow, be sure to stop by and say hi over here.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me on, Alan.
Not a problem. Yep. And that was the Webb City coach there, talking with him there. We'll be making a trip down to Webb City later at the Dome, and appreciate their hospitality, of course, and talked with them a little earlier there during the intermission. And right now St. Pius is getting closer here. That's 19 points, by the way, for Blankenship. Now, Blankenship is a 6'1" senior. She's been All-State once, 3 times All-District. She has scored 1,000 points in her career. Whoa. But my camera made it unhappy. There's the ball. We do appreciate all the coaches that do come and talk here during the games and talk about some things, especially the conference coaches. Earlier we had the Rolla boys coach on during that ball game, and of course a great, coach there. Try to get the Rolla girls coach Charlie Parker on later, also former Frisco League coach. Traveling. And the ball will head back to St. Pius. I believe Grosvenor a little frustrated on that. She's going to take a bit of a break to settle down, but it does happen. There we go. Get my glasses on here. I might need those at some point. And Blankenship, one of the top players here for St. Pius. Barkley is going to pick up the foul. She's looking over there like, foul. And, she clobbered her. That's her second foul. That will send Gass to the line. Gass is a freshman, I believe. She has 11 points in this ball game here. 3:17 to go. And the second free throw by Gass is also good. And I think we had a timeout called, so we're going to... Whew, we are back here. Sorry about that. A lot of sneezing and dust blowing here. The climate control hasn't been turned on in a while, and it's between heat and air conditioning. Not sure what it's wanting to do. 3-point shot, Grosvenor off target. Rebound, Grosvenor. Ball's on the ground. Kicks out to the Lady Lancers. Shot is up. Basket is good. Blankenship picks up some more points. She has 23 in the game. If the Tigers are going to win, they're going to have to stop her. She has 23 of these 39 points. And that is a double team as far as I have seen out of bounds. It's a triple team in the corner. It is off the Tigers, or off the Lancers. Grosvenor, Riley, no good. Rebound, Blankenship. And Blankenship too strong on that. Grosvenor with the rebound. Grosvenor will bring the ball down. Foul on the floor. This might be on number 3 here. Oh, right, 23. That's on Gass. That's her third. That is the third team foul. We're at 5 team fouls for Waynesville, too. Bounding to the Tigers. St. Pius has a 2-point lead now. Barkley kicks it too high. And the ball is turned over. The loser will play tomorrow, I believe, our first game of the night at 2:30. Many of these teams here, their hot their hotel paid for by the tournament here. The loser will play Raytown out of Kansas City. They lost a very lopsided game earlier today. Of course, former Waynesville coach and Jeff City coach coaching there at Raytown. Tigers tie the game up, 41 apiece. Three-point shot for Waynesville. That is short, into the hands of the Lady Lancers. And Lady Tigers will pick up the foul. 1 minute remains in the third. I think it's going to be shooting. It is shooting foul. Let's see, third foul on Hisataki. Both teams still have 4 timeouts. This isn't touch, is it? No. Got a nice monitor here, and the only thing it's not is touchscreen. But it's also on a Mac, and Macs don't believe in that. I do have a touchscreen Windows computer that I absolutely hate, because when you bump it, it presses buttons. 5th team foul now on the Lady Lancers. Is that 5 or 4? That is 4, I guess. Let's see, third foul on Liederman. Final minute in this third period here. Tigers underneath. Ball is stolen away. I think it was trying to go to Barkley. Waynesville does get the ball back. 3-point shot. Oh, that is contested. Out of bounds. I think they're trying to say that was touched. And it did appear like it was touched on the way up. I don't know if it was touched on the bottom, but Tigers, another 3-point shot. Grosvenor, no good. It's a good rebound there. I believe Rubel with the rebound for St. Pius. St. Pius shot no good. No, she's not out there. Actually, she is out there, so I might have been right. Hard to see the number buried in the pile under there. Last shot here. That is also blocked. And we're going to take a 1-minute break. We got one more quarter to go. So this is it. It is the final period of the night here, and St. Pius with the ball. Tigers down by 1. They have hung in here this whole ball game. 3-point shot. That is good. Gass with the deep 3. I believe that is Gass. And a foul on the Lady Lancers, it looks like. Barkley will head to the line. That's a 2-point shot, the last one. No, it was a 3, never mind. And the basket was good. And they both forgot about it. And Barkley just went up, got the open layup, thinking it was 2 shots. So 3-point play, or 4-point play, will put the Tigers back in tying position here. So we are all knotted up. 7 minutes left to go in the ball game. think it was the fact the scoreboard didn't update it yet. Baseline drive and no foul. I think the Tigers may have got away with that one, but I'll set up an inbounds for the Lady Lancers. We are tied up at 45 apiece. Turnover by St. Pius, 6:43 to go. Both teams still have 4 timeouts, so we have a lot of breaks to go in this ball game. Turnover on, nope. I believe we're gonna have a foul. That is the second foul on St. Pius. I just heard the coaches yell, "Don't foul." That is Abigail Rowe, the senior forward, picking up her first. Good defense by the Lady Lancers on that. Underneath, basket up, it's good. 2-point basket. Traveling. And I think we're going to take a timeout. We're going to talk about that. We'll be back after this. So out of the timeout, they have 4 timeouts for Waynesville. St. Pius took 1 of their 4. They have 3 remaining. Waynesville for 3. That is short. Travel. And the ball will head back to the Lady Lancers here after the inbounds on that. Tigers up by 2 once again. It's been back and forth all game. It's been pretty much a 2 to 4 point ball game this entire night. 3-point shot from the corner. That is good. 1-point ball game in favor of the Lady Lancers. Gass with the 3, 18 points for her in the ball game. Still Tiger ball. It is making its way to the door. Trying to make its way to the door. And the inbounds for the Tigers is good. Ball is stolen. Sataki down, fouled on the shot. She narrowly avoided the front of that goal right there. That would not have felt good. She'll have 2 free throws. I think she's a little sore after hitting the side of that, but looks like she is all right. Free throw, no good. Free throw is a big part of this game right now. Second attempt at the free throw, Sataki. That one is also no good. Offensive rebound, 2-point basket. Tigers lead back to 3, 51-48. Blankenship underneath, spin move, no good. Barkley comes away with the ball. Grosveener underneath the ball, might have got away with the travel. And we're gonna have a foul. She may not have had possession of the ball, but she may have got away with a textbook travel there that wasn't as textbook, but 3-point shot is up. It's going to be a foul on the Tigers. That will give the ball back to St. Pius. 4:56 to go. And Waynesville comes away with the ball. Down into traffic here. I believe we had a jump ball. Okay, well, that's not what I was about to say, but it will remain, I believe, Waynesville ball. Three-point shot, no good. Ball is out of bounds. It will stay out of bounds and will wind up going to the Lady Lancers. I just looked at a story here. Salmonella outbreak linked to raw oysters. Why are people eating raw oysters? Alrighty then. That's when you open your phone and it gives you the news. Underneath, foul on the shot. That'll send Grosvenor to the line. Chance to extend this lead here. It's currently 3. Man. Got way too much nonsense growing outside right now, blowing dust in. Off of the Tigers. It is still not Lafayette. Lafayette is also Lancers, but St. Pius basketball. One of their sibling schools is in this tournament, Marquette. Jump ball possession will stay with the Lady Lancers here, 53-48. Favor of the Tigers. Ball is stolen out of the air. An offensive foul. For those checking Sunday night, it's going to go from about 70 degrees to about 20 at night. So you may want to get your pipes all sorted out before then. Shot no good. Tigers come away with the ball. This floor here, a bit of a wider court and a longer court. Some of these high schools have a court like this now, but not a lot of them do. And the timeout is called there. We have a 3-point game. We're going to take a quick timeout. Back here, action. Missouri S&T at Rolla, Missouri. Waynesville Lady Tigers up by 3 right now. Inside, trying to make it 5. She will draw the contact. I believe Blankenship got an arm on her. No. That is Rowe picks up her second. That is 5 team fouls. Actually, if you are St. Pius, that is a number you want because that can force free throws. Now it's up to the Tigers here to make the free throws. Both free throws are good. Lead back to 5. Waynesville with the lead. 3-point shot. That is short. And Waynesville extending their offense a little bit. Blankenship trying to get underneath after that steal, but Tigers defense is holding tight. Waynesville back with the ball. A blocking foul, I believe. And that also sends us right back to the free throw line here. Hisatake with the free throws. These are good. She missed 2 big ones earlier, but this makes it a 6-point ball game here. Makes it a 2-possession game. And this can make it... Nope. Foul on one of the Lady Tigers. And, of course, that will send it to the other side here. Waynesville will give some free throws to St. Pius. .145 to go. Should be free throws, right? Guess not. Alrighty then. Just swore that was 5. Maybe my math was wrong. Probably was. Underneath. Blocking foul on the floor. So the shot is no good. Blankenship, I don't believe she got the basket. She did not. They called it on the floor. So it's called on the floor. They have confirmed it. That was the 5th team foul. First free throw good. Blankenship 26 in the game. She is leading all players in this ball game here. She is, well, if we had a player of the game award, it would go to her. Free throws are good. 4-point ball game. .115 to go here, sends the Tigers back to the free throw line. The 5th foul on Rubel. So the sophomore will have to come out of the game. And get replaced. Barkley, good defense on that. Out of position though, foul, bucket is good. Makes this a 3-point game, chance to make it 2 now for St. Pius. That's the 4th foul on Riley Grosswiener. Free throw no good. That is a big free throw right there. That makes this a 3-point ball game instead of a 2-point ball game. Under a minute to go. Grosswiener for 2. That is short. Offensive rebound, foul, and the bucket no good, but she draws the contact. Almost thought that was going to go in. 46 seconds to go. That's the 4th foul on Liederman now. Free throw good. Lead back to 4. Timeout. Lady Tigers, we're going to take a timeout with them. We'll be back. Free throws again for the Tigers. Foul on the inbounds. Chance here to make this a 6-point game once again. 41 seconds remain. It's a 5-point game. So they need at least a 3 or a series of very quick 2s in order to get back in this. Now it takes 2 threes to tie. Ball is on the ground. Now the clock will start. And the Lady Bulldogs message was, we win. So Dixon will move on to the semifinals. Wait. Yeah. Are back here. They defeated the number 2 seed Mountain Grove Lady Panthers. So big victory there for Dixon Lady Bulldogs. Another foul, 14 seconds here. St. Pius within 3. They got one of the 3s they needed here, but they are still. Now it's 4 points again. That is the Lady Tigers moving someone back. And a foul on Waynesville. 13 seconds remain. 5th foul on Riley Grosswiener. Dixon won the semifinal game. Free throw no good. It's a 4-point game still. And the substitution does come in after the free throw. So Riley will go out with, I don't know how many points she had, but other side here. That will send this to the Lady Tigers here. 1 or 2 free throws here and this game is over. First free throw no good. 3-point game. 1 free throw can make it 4. And And that is no good. They need a 3. It's up. It is no good. And that is the ball game here. Lady Tigers pick up a victory in tonight's contest. Thank you for joining us tonight. We will see you tomorrow. Have a good night.